guys, Pauline here from Subtl, back today on Subtl's channel with another Zodiac installment with what might be a biased favorite Zodiac, but we're entering into Taurus season. My birthday is in May, so I am a Taurus, a proud Taurus. I feel like it makes sense that I'm a Taurus, and I'll tell you why. So Tauruses are known for being super loyal, devoted, patient, stable. They also really tend to enjoy the finer things in life, and they also love anything that's beautiful. They're super romantic, so they love cooking, gardening, smells, aromas, baths, skincare and makeup, things like that. And they love just really pretty, beautiful things. So I totally relate to that part of a Taurus. They also are known for being a little bit stubborn, a little bit set in their ways, but it's only because they like to take things slow and at their own pace. They want everything to be something that they're comfortable with. They don't like to be rushed. So I'm going to show you today a very pretty, feminine, romantic look with my Subtl stack that embodies me as a Taurus. I feel like I love the romantic, pretty look in makeup in particular. So I'm going to use some Subtl products to show you how I'm going to achieve that. So if you are interested in learning more or want to follow along, keep on watching. Okay, so I already have my face base on. I do have a couple spots, so what I'm gonna do is take their concealer in the shade Garfield for around my face. This one's a little bit darker than what I put under my eye, and I do that on purpose so that I'm not drawing attention with too light of a color to the spots that I want to cover up. Then I'm gonna go in with the shade Arlington under my eyes, just warm it up, and I like to get it right in this inner corner here, but then I also like to pull it like out and around in this area. I'm gonna buff it out with one of Subtl's flat foundation brushes. You can use this for obviously concealer like I am, but you can also, I like it a lot because you can also use it with their lip and cheek. And I use it for both. And then you can go back over any of those spotted areas if you want, but I feel much more covered now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start out with the lip and cheek, and I'm gonna mix Mauve with the shade Plum, and this is gonna create like this really beautiful, like ever so slight berry shade. I'll show them separately over here. You can see how Mauve is much lighter, but together I really like how this shades out, and you can see I'm trying to kind of match with my shirt today. But I like to start with my lip and cheek just so I can kind of like get the color palette down, and then I will go and do the rest of my makeup. And then you can use any excess that might have been on that flat brush just to clean up anything that might have come down too far. I love doing that. And then from there, I can kind of sculpt out my cheeks based on that initial placement. I'm using their bronzer in Warm today, and I'm using their retractable brush. I'm gonna get it a little more pointed in the beginning just to draw like my contour line, just so I can see it. And again, this is a little more elevated than everyday look, so I'm gonna really focus on that contour line versus like an all over bronze. Actually going to go ahead and use the lip and cheek combo for my eyes. So obviously it's lip and cheek, it's in the name, but I like to use this too in the outer corners. This is just going to give some easy definition to the outside of my eye, and you can just buff and blend it in as needed. Now I'm going to go in and powder my under eye with the Shine Control powder. I like to let my concealer sit in a little bit so that I'm not like taking any of the liquid concealer away. So I have that powder on my same flat brush that I'm just going to pack into the area that I applied my concealer. Okay, now I'm actually going to take the Subtl lip brush and I'm going to dip into that plum color, and I'm just going to pull a little bit underneath my bottom lash line, and I might put a little bit on my top lash line as well to kind of create a little definition, almost like a wing, but not quite. I'm only going to put it on this outer edge. You can start to kind of like flick it out and up the way a wing would go, but it's ever so slight. And then from there, I'm gonna dip into their Rosé highlight. I'm actually gonna just use my finger for this to apply on the middle of my lid and go in a little bit more. Again, this is like super pretty, romantic. We're sticking with pinks, purples, very pretty colors, in my opinion. I'm going to go in with one of their other face brushes, pick up that highlight here, get it on my nose and the tops of those cheeks. Now I'm gonna go in with some mascara and do my brows, and we'll finish off with lips. So now I'm going to use a combo of those same lip and cheek, but I'm gonna start with the Plum this time on its own. And then I'm just gonna take a little bit of that mauve and I'm gonna focus that right in the middle to almost give a highlighted reflection look right down the middle. I'm just gonna take one of my own glosses, just top it off right in the middle here. Again, really accentuate that highlighted effect, bringing the light into the middle of the lips. But I think that is going to be it for me. Again, this is really flirty, feminine, romantic, and totally embodies a Taurus. So I hope that you enjoyed, and we'll be back with another installment. So stay tuned for our next Zodiac video. Bye guys.